Yes, everyone, welcome. Yes, welcome to another video here by the Tokyo Real Estate Man. And today's video, we are going to, it's more of a philosophical or enjoyment video, a little bit of a historical video about Tokyo with a background of real estate. And perhaps we will call this video the millionaires of Tokyo real estate. And it's really about the transition of central Tokyo into what it is today and what it is really, what it is sort of becoming, because it's always been sort of under the focus or the by the Japanese zaibatsu or the Japanese financial institutions or the people that are closest to the Japanese crown. And you can see here, in this is Toranomon and the Tokyo Tower right here, uh, that it still is a very like impressive place. These are just two towers. I think there's four now, right now, and there's a bunch more going in there. Toward the Akasaka Way, and there's one also I think in Azabu just behind it right now. So these sort of tower mansions in the center of Tokyo right now are very much in play. And a lot of you have seen these pictures over the years. Tokyo from the Bay Bridge coming in, you see Tokyo there, Minato Ward, and you can see the sort of like business or like rich sort of culture uh, in all these kind of pictures. In whole here you see a little even the lifestyle here of people just walking down the street in Minato Ward, Tokyo, which I love. I love. And I do have one unit that I own in Akasaka, and I have a really neat story that I'll uh, sort of tell you along the way through this video. However, this land was not always like this. It was originally in the 1950s and the 1960s. This was Toranomon or Akasaka kind of area, looking, or Shimbashi here as well in Tokyo. And you can see these are all single family houses, and most of them would have been wood. And I guess in my way, I'm trying to title this to make it an interesting YouTube video, but these were the lottery winners or the millionaires of Tokyo real estate. And it's still just as the city was transitioning itself in the 1950s and the 1960s, like we see here in these pictures. I think it still is today, and we can see it in all kinds of ways, and we can see it reflected in the marketplace as well. Here's some other pictures of just maybe 15 or maybe 20 years later, and in those 20 years, the men and women who lived in those houses, they built this. And this is the sort of central Tokyo of the 1970s, I guess. This would probably be the 1980s, even. This might be a hotel. And I owned my apartment right now where they're building a tower mansion very much like this. It's going to be a 50-story building. Uh, like was a building where I owned was very much like this one. And in its place, they grouped a bunch of stuff around it and up went the tower. So it's still happening even today. However, bringing on volume, I guess you could argue that bringing on volume or density, because Tokyo needed density, I guess the pressure on this land was just too great for to have single family houses here. So they brought in that sort of first wave of density. And we see that in like the Shua apartment condominiums and condominiums of that like in that age. And these people then became the first wave of Tokyo real estate millionaires in a way, I guess. This is a really interesting picture. This one that was in where you see it in transition. And I always think like when uh, I have an apartment in Ikejiri Ohashi on the top floor of a building, and you can see Tokyo Tower, and you can see the skyline from that building. And I would just often look at. I would be in that apartment. Often cleaning it because I used to do Airbnb there, so I'd be there cleaning the unit. And I'd look out at the view and I'd think, "Wow, these were men and women as well, in more of support roles. But the men and the labor, they built this, and it just never ceases to amaze me. And that's why making a video like this is actually almost like a sheer pleasure. They built that there, and the son of those men are building this here now. So. And it's continuing to transition. And keep in mind that there's this sort of tower mansion right now in central Tokyo is definitely a very, very popular thing that people are buying, and it's unbelievable the prices that they're paying. Anyways, I thought that we could cut here to the market and then have a look at some samples, because this area right here, Azabujuban and the like. This is the very area. There we see Tokyo Tower right there. So this is the very area that was in this uh, original picture right here. That is the very area. So, and I thought that we could look at some of the stuff that's in play here as well. I'm not going to forget to share my tab because it's the third time I made this video. Anyway, uh, these are the holdouts. The holdouts, and these are the detached houses. You can see that there's no supply here, and there's nothing cheap. Everything is red. Okay, red means expensive, and this is in Shirogane. Okay, let's have a look at this one. We have a house here, a 64-meter house for, you say this, can you practice with me? Ichioku Yonsen man, which is 1 oku 4,009. So basically, 1 oku 5,000 man. And then a man is always 4 zeros. I'm doing my Japanese suji no kyoku for money. Okane no kyoiku. Gambarimasu. Okay, here's another property, just a little bit here. This is more toward Hiroe, and this is a little bit more. This is a, ooh, you'd say this, you can read it with me. San oku roksen hapyaku man, or 3 oku 6,800 mon, and mon means add on 4 zeros. Okay, so we see that selection here, and I waited this one for last because this is the most expensive one in the marketplace in Minami Azabu, right there, right in the middle, and along those streets. Great location. Let's click it. Oh my God, I'm trying to click it, but it's not coming up. Oh, this is going to be anticlimactic. Oh, it's coming out. Here we go, right here. And then we see here $9 million. Or you'd say Kyoku Sanzen Man, and 265 meters. And this is Chuko Ikotote. Okay, but for LDK. And I already have that listing open, so we can cut to it. And that's the only one we're going to look at. But we're going to have a look at what a $9 million house in Tokyo looks like. And I'm not gonna forget to share my tab. And there we go. That's it. $9 million. Or I think I did the calculation in U.S. currency, and it was about $6 million. But certainly, actually, to me, to be honest with you, it does nothing special to me at all. But that land right underneath there is special, and it's reflected in that price. And this is kind of like I would call uh, executive style, which is not cute, kawaii janai. It's just executive style. I got money style, and it's pretty nice. I do like it. I try to downplay executive style, like I don't like it, but even when I see it, I don't really like. I like executive style in these sort of pictures when you see beautiful floors like this that are long and open in rooms like that. I like it in a style, but I don't like executive style and it's kind of boring little semen dies. I just don't like it like that. Anyhow, executive style means you have a good toilet and a scale. You got to watch your weight. All that good food, you got to be careful. I guess no fasting for them. uh we see just the bathroom there. Beautiful though. It's in marble. Marble is beautiful. And then there we see the bedroom right there. I have to admit, I do like carpet in a bedroom. It is nice. Come into your carpeted room after you have a shower, and we have a arborite desk. Oh my God, in one of the rooms. Here you go. You can be rich, but you can't be rich in taste. Okay, here we go. More carpet upstairs. We see the beautiful windows, though. Let's have a look at the details down here. To look at. Well, we actually have a. There might be some kids in this house. Very rich kids. Oh, there we go. And oh, there we go. The key thing here, double car garage. And of course, probably like was it like a Volvo right there? And the final picture is, yeah, that's nice. So I do like that. Anyhow, we did see the location earlier, uh, but you'll see it again right there. It's just right in the middle of everywhere, just placed really well in the middle of Tokyo. Right there, you see Hiro Station right there, Azabu right there, and of course Roppongi, and it's just going to be up here to the north here. Ooh, lots of good times there. And then we'll go here to the information in terms of like you saw there, Kyoko basically, man. Like I'm sure you can negotiate $300,000 off there. Two toilets, system kitchen, everything working in the house in Minami Azabu Sanchome House, 4 LDK. 165 meters of land, 265, which is very big in central Tokyo. Very, very big. Do we have the year that it's constructed in? Constructed in 2003, so 20 years old. And yeah, that's what you have. And it's currently the owner currently lives in the unit. One thing that I thought we could look at just for fun. We could go to the top of this unit and let's do the we could do the loan simulation. We could do the loan simulation. I'm going to close it here and then open it in its in a new tab. Open it in a tab next door, and I'm not going to forget to share the tab, and then share it right there. And then this should be sort of interesting. So if you did want to buy this house, you would need every month. I can't even do the numbers on that. I'm so confused already. You'd need 258 man. Oh my God. So you need basically $20,000 a month. To, this is, of course, financed at the $25,000 to finance it every month. I thought that we could do a realistic thing with it. And for example, that would be $2 million down on it. And then I was going to move this down here, down to the lowest variable we know that's offered by Mizuho Bank right now. And so basically, every month, okay, you need $23,000 in Japanese currency to live in this house. Oh, maybe that's a good deal for someone, but that those numbers just don't make sense for me. But they do, in a way. What happening is when you're buying a house like this, you're really uh, doing what these people were doing, or these people would, I guess, just happen to be lucky enough to do it. There was probably an active real estate market in Tokyo in the first half of the 20th century, and these people probably bought their houses knowing that that land was valuable, though, too, right? And they were owning this land, and they sort of hit a lottery ticket in a way to transition it to this. And because now that it's transitioning to this new Tokyo that we see here right now, the person that owns this house in this area here is able to leverage that in a way. So, and that's what you're doing when you're buying in the wards of the central wards like Minato Ward in Tokyo. You're really leveraging that great location. And it's not something that most people can do, and because we all can't buy houses for $9 million, we just can't. Okay, but maybe what the better strategy to do, if you can, if you search around into like Akasaka, into these buildings in Akasaka that you'll see that are sizes like this, maybe you could pick off a unit in a place like that that is in 20 years going to be like that. And in essence, what you're doing when you do that, you're making the same move that these people probably did in, let's say they made that move in the 1920s, and then or the 1930s, and then they made that move in the 1930s, and then when Tokyo transitions to this in the 1970s and 80s, they were able to be the lottery winners of Tokyo. Anyway, this was a very pleasurable video to make. I am the Tokyo Real Estate Man. You can contact me always if you're interested in real estate in Tokyo at Tokyo Real Estate Man. Website. I'm not convinced this contact box is working. You can always give me an email right there, to my email right there. Failing that, you're welcome to come here as well to my Instagram. Oh, I forgot to share my tab at the very end. No, I did. I shared it. You can always come here to my Instagram, the Tokyo Real Estate Man website, and follow, or question. If you have any questions, put them there. If I did forget to share my tab there, this is the website again, Tokyo Real Estate Man website. And thank you for taking the time to follow this channel. Today's video was very, very pleasurable for me to make, looking at the history of Tokyo and the exciting life in the center ward of Minato Ward. いつもこのチャンネルを見ているの皆様ありがとうございます。応援とかコメントしてください。ハートマークとプラスマークとタムズアップマークしてください。すいません。このビデオを終わりです。ありがとうございます。